Ahoy hoy, YouTube modeling community. I just want to mention it was Herman back there that picked the intro music for today's video. I have a lot to cover today, so I'm going to be talking fast and still going to probably be long. I should probably just make 3 short videos, but already recorded this once or so I thought, and it didn't record, so I'm going to try it again and plow through the whole thing. First thing, yep, I lost the Groundhog Challenge. Plays with trucks, and I owe kits to. He owes a kit to Colonel Reb. I owe a kit to Darren Shank. Darren, if you see this, I'll be contacting you as soon as I'm done filming this, and we'll sort ourselves out so I can get something headed your way. Okay, I'm going to start with upcoming shows, and we'll go from there. Okay, first upcoming show is the scale model show and contest called Heritage Con 10. It occurs at the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum, Sunday, March 20th, 2016, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can see the web address there if you want to look it up. It's a great show. I mean, it's worth going there just to see the heritage warplanes that are at the museum, especially the Lancaster bomber, but pardon me, there are many others there. So if you're in Ontario, or even like say Buffalo, New York State, whatever, it's really worth the trip to come up here to go to this show. Of course, not a lot of, pardon me, notice because it's coming up this Saturday, but it's well worth it's well worth the trip to Hamilton. Not only is there the great planes to view, it's a great show. There's always a ton of quality stuff on the tables, and there's always a ton of vendors there. So if you want to do some shopping, there's some great shopping there. I didn't bring out my little flyer for NNL East. It's coming up on April 16th of 2016. It's their 30th anniversary, as I've mentioned in other videos. It's in Wayne, New Jersey. We'll be traveling on the 15th, on the Friday the 15th, to head down there. We'll go to the event on the 16th, and then we'll be returning home the next day on the 17th. It's a great show. I mean, where else 1,200 car models or more, you know, there's only a small handful of shows that get that kind of turnout, like Atlanta or you know, some of the others. So the themes for NNL East 30 are cars of the 30s, the decal sheet that I've shown you in other videos, and that's the second theme. The third theme is the Mobius Ford pickup trucks. So NNL is just basically a model show, except for they have some theme awards. So there'll be awards for those 3 themes, plus a couple other club-sponsored ones. That's basically it. There's no judging or anything like that. So if you have never come to an NNL, it's worth coming out. It's worth the trip to see that many models in one place. And of course, all the vendors are specific to the automotive hobby. So you're not digging through planes and tanks and sci-fi and whatnot. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but when you're a car modeler, it's nice to go to show with just what, you know, basically you're interested in. So it's well worth the trip if you can make it. The host hotel is the Ramada. I don't know if they'll have any rooms left at this point. And the show itself is up at the Wayne Police Society building. I'm not thinking the right term right now, but you can look it up online. Just go, you know, NNL East, Google it, and you'll find it. Next up is the weekend after that in Kingston, Ontario, is the Modelorama 2016 put on by Kingston Scale Auto Model Car Club, and their theme is the Super 70s, any vehicle from the 70s. This is occurring Sunday, April 24th at the Royal Canadian Legion on Montreal Street in Kingston. So I would suggest you check that out. It's usually a pretty good show. Little show as far as that goes, compared to NNL East. Usually some really nice builds on the tables, a few good vendors, and it's worth the trip. Now, for myself, unfortunately, being the weekend right after the big trip to New Jersey, it's been hard to justify turning around and heading all the way back to Kingston, which is 4 hours one way and 4 hours back. I've made that trip. I've gone to the Kingston show, but yeah, I don't know if I'll be making it. But if you can, I would suggest checking it out. Next show on my list is Torcan 2016. This is a rejuvenation of this show. It's been dormant for a while. PL Scale Maulers have decided to bring it back. It's Sunday, May 1st, 2016 at Centric Gardens Rec Center in Brampton, Ontario, 9 till 5. I'm sure if you Google it, I know they're on Facebook. So you can check that out. I know their vendors tables have all been sold already. It's as you can see, there's a plane in the picture, so it is an IPMS style show. It should be pretty good. We're looking forward to it. And now moving into the fall, there's the Toronto Mall and Car Contest put on by Group 25 at the Franklin Horner Community Center. It is Saturday, September 24th, 2016, so you might want to stick that on your calendars. And last but not least, another show that covers all types of categories, and it's the Air CADCon 5 model show. I've never been to it. I hear it's a good little show, and it's happening down in near Waterloo at the Waterloo International Airport. Pardon me. So plowing right along, I went to what is called Brandt's Hatch, which is put on by Group 25 and a slot car racing club. I picked up a few things. It was basically just a flea market, so I'm going to show you quickly what I picked up. First thing was this 33 Willys Coupe. I'm using the chassis components, springs, shocks, axles, wheels, and a couple other things for a project I'm working on. Got that for $5. I got this Chevrolet 62 Chevy Bel Air 409 AMT kit for $5. It's missing wheels and tires. We can use custom wheels and tires. Chevy 56 Chevy Nomad, missing wheels and tires again. It was $5. And I got this another 62 Chevy, the Revell version of the 62 Chevy Impala. Got it for $10. It's open, but everything's there. The guy just kind of looked at it, never built it. And there's one other model that I picked up that might be going out for to Darren, or depending what he wants. So we'll just show it here. Okay. Darren can show it to you if he decides to take that. So the other thing I want to do is just a quick update. Oh, I forgot a couple things. See, this is the second time I filmed this. I picked up from Historic Racing Miniatures these Rudge wheels, and these are for the recently released Tamiya Mercedes 300 SL. It replaces the wheels and tires in that kit. That has wheels, tires, and the knockoffs for that. And the other thing I bought is this little circle cutter thing for cutting, I'm thinking mainly for masking, masking tape, cutting circles when you want to mask off round things. It looks like a handy little tool. It'll cut from 1/16 to 2 inches circles. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. Okay, that's that for that. So one of the things I'm box stock build, I have a confession to make. I'm putting aside the little Toyota Gazoo Racing TRD 86 for now, because I'm just cluing in that I only have a month left before NNL East. So if I want to try to do anything, I got to get to it. So that's off for now. I promise I'll get it built during the course of this year. So you guys can see it, but it won't be this month. I apologize for that. So one of the things I'm trying to do is make a gasser out of a 34 Ford pickup kit, the Lindbergh kit. You've probably seen this one. That's the cars of the 30s. I want to use the decals that I showed you there earlier. And so to turn that into a gasser, I'm using parts from this Willys kit that I mentioned earlier that I picked up for $5. The springs, axles, and the motor, the 427 Ford Cammer motor, because it's going in a Ford. It's got to be a Ford motor. And now the things that really annoyed me in that kit is the tires from the Willys Coupe kit are really kind of clunky and chunky and really don't, to me, look the part. So I decided to take the wheels and tires out of this Willys van kit, which is a fresher release than the other one. We'll call it that. And they have a different wheel and tire package in it. And they're really kind of nice. They're not as clunky. It's a finer tread on it. And I like the look of them, but the only problem is when at the factory, when they took out the here on the back side, they have the flashed over section. Well, at the factory they take out the other flashed over section, and I don't know if you can see that, but they did a lousy job. They elongated the hole for the wheel, so I can't use that wheel tire. Like I can't. The hole is too big for the wheel to go in. It won't set properly because they gouged it out when they took the flashing out. So it's basically a piece of junk. So I have to go back to the drawing board, and so for what I'm using is this wheel and tire combination, and I don't know why I can't get coordinated with these cameras. Anyway, there's my big fat fingers. So the front tire is from the set called Firestone Deluxe Champion Tires by AMT. I mean, they're really nice tire sets. And there's the rest of the tires. There's 4 big white walls and 4 thinner white walls, and then you can always put them in like I have with this, with the white wall not showing if you just want the black wall, and it still has the Firestone name on it. And for the rear slicks, the pie crust slicks I hope to use is we're using the MH Racemaster dragster slicks, and probably just going to go with the white lettered variety that you see here. So anyway, that's a lot of talking. It's already up to 13 minutes. It's longer than last time. That's enough hot air floating around. My chrome parts, all this stuff for the Willys is chrome, so I'm dechroming a lot of it so I can start mocking stuff up. And I've got the resin van body in Wesley's bleach white to get the mold release off it. So that has to come out soon and get washed, and hopefully we'll start moving forward. So okay, I think that's everything for now. Everybody take care. I've been watching. There have been a lot of videos lately, guys. That's great. I've been trying to watch them, commenting here and there, giving thumbs up. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm up to over 480 subscribers. I find that incredible, and I really appreciate that all of you think I have something interesting going on here, and I hope I start showing you some results that you like. Okay, 14 minutes. Time to end this. Thank you, everybody, and take care. We'll see you soon. Bye now.